In this video, I'm the purchaser's solicitor, and I've received a notification that the vendor's solicitor has shared documents with me. So I'm now going to review those documents. So BER cert, LPT, MUD Act documentation, the contract, requisitions on title, and miscellaneous tab have all been shared with me. I can go and view them. So I have all the documents in one place here. And I can now go and raise any queries that I have. So I'm going to raise two, so raise new query. And I'm just going to, for argument's sake, assume that the NPPR wasn't furnished. So NPPR, please furnish certificate of exemption or of discharge. So that's one, and we'll raise one more. So for an attic conversion, we're raising some queries, whatever the queries may be. And as the purchaser's solicitor now, you'll see when I hover over, I'm waiting a reply on two queries. So there's not much more I can do. I'm waiting for the vendor's solicitor to revert. So I'm in as the vendor's solicitor now, and I see I've got to reply to two queries. So I'm going to reply, and I'm going to attach so please find cert of exemption attached, or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to attach it here. I click on attach. I can draw on the library that I've created so far, or I can upload a new file. And when you do upload it, give it a title. So NPPR, just so that you can see what the document is. So NPPR discharge. So click on update title to save above. So I'm going to click on update title, and then that updates that. I don't want to add any more, so add attachments, and that's that. So that's that one dealt with. Now what you'll find here is my number of queries goes down to one now, because I've one to do, whereas I'm waiting on the purchaser's solicitor to either approve or reject my reply. So then on the other one, say already furnished, but attached again for your, or whatever the case may be. So if it was already furnished, it'll be in the list. So we'll just take a file here, add attachments, and then reply. And now I'm back down to 0 here. No more that I can do. So it's back to the purchaser solicitor. He's going to be at 2 now, 2 to-dos. So 2, and we'll just assume that they're all okay. So view, and then you can click on the document to view it and assume it's okay. And then one more outstanding, and again you could open the document here and approve it. That's that done. And then we're back down to 0, so it's all done. So the queries have been answered. Happy with all of the answers. I have all my documents here, so I'm going to ask my client to come in and sign the contract. So I can click on this button here. Just brings up a templatized email. I'm satisfied with all my pre-contract inquiries. Can you please call my office to arrange for signing of the contracts, or whatever email you would normally send. And then when the purchaser calls the office and arranges to either have them posted out for a remote signing, or agrees to come into the office, so we'll update everybody that a signing date has been arranged for, let's say, next Friday. and then eventually the contracts are signed. So that's it. The next part of the process will be the requesting of the booking deposit, the contract deposit, and then the transfer of the contract deposit and the signed contracts across to the vendor's solicitor, and then the vendor's solicitor will take up the running from there and get his or her client to come in and countersign and then agree a closing date and proceed from there. But for this video, we're going to leave it at that. It's just the reviewing of documents from the purchaser side, the raising of queries back and forth. You can send messages to the other side, so you can message your own client, so you can message the other side, which is the vendor's solicitor, or you can message your client directly. And when you're messaging the other side, you can CC your client, as some solicitors will tend to do, to show their client that they are pushing things ahead as much as they possibly can. So that's it. So where we are now is that the purchaser solicitor has signed, and we're going to get the contract deposit, and we are going to then transfer both the contract deposit and the signed contracts across to the vendor solicitor, but we'll deal with that in a separate video. Thanks very much for watching.